Welcome to the AEW Dynamite Fighter Fest 4-hour extravaganza post show. It's your boy ABE from DET.
I am that bald bro from the NYC.
I'm jacked up off coffee. I don't know what he's off of, but that shirt looks amazing.
Oof.
Bald World Order. Cop those right now on the Holy Shhh Podcast.com. Bald Bro ABE from DET exclusive. What up, though? Say Zay in the chat. Appreciate you joining us, brother. Look at that BWO shirt, Zay. You got to get you one, man. Get you one, man. Shout out Ricochet, our king of the Bald World Order. He had a hell of a night tonight as well. Scouting talent out there. But we'll get to that. AEW, how'd you like the 4-hour show overall? How does that feel for you?
All right, listen. Let me get the camera real quick. Yo, TK, I know you're watching this. TK, listen. We love you, dog. We love your show. We love your product. It's a 4-hour show. Why the hell are you doing an overrun for? What the hell are you doing? You're a fucking man. We love you, but you're a fucking man. I got to work in the morning, dog. All right? Don't do that shit again. Love you, but don't do that shit again.
Please don't. These are late hours here tonight. But Fighter Fest starts off. Will Osprey is interrupted by Crew while being interviewed by Tony Giovanni. But it sets up a match later on in the night for Leo Rush, Will Osprey. Your thoughts on this open and Leo getting some shine tonight?
I mean, Leo getting some shine, but it's all about the assassin, Mr. Will Osprey, trying to play peacemaker, man. He sees the bigger goal in AEW right now is to get that title off of Jon Moxley. He's trying to be, the uniter, the peacemaker, between Hangman and Swerve. But of course, it's not going to be that easy. If you've been paying attention the past 2 years, the rivalry between Hangman and Swerve, man, it's not like putting a Band-Aid over it. Nah, you can't put no Band-Aid over a large gash, man. Nah, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. And now it's official. Next week, Tony Khan, you goddamn madman. Osprey, Swerve 2 Blockbuster next Wednesday.
Incredible.
It is crazy. I tweeted this out earlier, dude, like in a sarcastic way, but some people still took it too serious. Like, Tony, what are you doing? You got to where's the 4 to 5 month build with the 20-minute back and forth promos every week, and then we get the match? You just giving this shit away. What is wrong with you? You haven't learned. You haven't learned for free. You haven't learned how to book in your 6 years, dog. Shame on you. Shame. You're still in the minor leagues. Nah, I'm fucking with you, man. Oh my goddamn. We're gonna see Swerve Osprey free on television. I mean, this is just an embarrassment of riches that AEW has, man. Like the main event caliber talent that they showcase on a week-to-week basis is just insane. I haven't seen this in a promotion in so goddamn long, but I cannot wait for next week. But I mean, we'll see. This is just another step in the journey of Osprey's plan to unite the entire AEW locker room in a sense against Jon Moxley and the Death Riders, because he sees the bigger picture. And he said it in his little interview with Shivani, like, the one thing that sucks about AEW right now is you as champion. He's kept that belt hostage for 6-7 months right now. It's time to end this reign of terror under Moxley and the Death Riders. It's time to turn the page, and the man to turn that page is Hangman Adam Page.
Facts, man. Don't disagree with nothing you said at all. Next up, though, we get the legendary. This guy is just Mark Brisco is just a national treasure, man. Sort of like R-Truth, but hopefully he doesn't get laid off as well. But he puts on a hell of a match with the world champion Jon Moxley. It wasn't enough, though. Moxley gets the win. Your thoughts on Mark Brisco versus the world champion?
I mean, when this match was announced, like Brisco versus Moxley, like I think a lot of us knew it wasn't going to take long before someone was bleeding buckets or someone had that crimson mask on. And of course, it was Mark Brisco first. But I mean, Brisco is one of those guys. I think if he starts bleeding, that's when the match starts. That's when the switch gets flipped on for him. He just goes into that next gear when he sees blood. Like, I think in his head, like, nah, that means go. It's time to go. And he and Moxley, like, they're the perfect dance partners. I mean, it's a knock him out, drag him out brawl. Couple of hope spots at the end for Brisco, but once again, back-to-back weeks, Mox put Brisco to sleep with that bulldog choke. So unfortunately, Mark has to go home to his kids again. I hope they don't say, "Damn, Dad, he made you quit again."
Again.
You quit again in front of your kids, man. Whether you get choked out, slept out, or tapped out, it's still at the end of the day you picked up the L, man. Ain't gonna look them little kids all your 8-9 kids in the face, man. Come on, man. But great match, and listen, Brisco and Mox, I mean, like I said, perfect dance partners. You knew it was going to get bloody. It was going to get messy. It did not disappoint. What a great way to set the tone for a 4-hour Fyter Fest.
Definitely. Zay is in the comments saying when Mox is dethroned, it's going to be huge at all. And just think about this, though. Cody lost at WrestleMania the first time as well. Don't be surprised if Moxley retains.
I know some people have brought that up, man, like the whole WrestleMania 39 ordeal. So, I mean, listen, as much as I want Hangman to win, I do know that is a possibility. But
it's a possibility.
I mean, listen, in the world of professional wrestling, there is no such thing as a sure thing.
Right. Next up, though, we get Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa ringside. And ringside is, Mercedes Moné, and they defeat Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Afterwards, Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné have a little face off outside the ring. Mercedes was ringside eating a steak. Toni eats some of the steak. Just hilarious work. Some of the beginnings that we're getting here in this build up here. But your thoughts on this? Shout out.
P. Abayada.
P. Abayada says, nice shirt. Yes, Bald World Order. You can cop these now on the Holy Shhh Podcast.com. Link in bio. But thank you for tuning in. But yeah, where are we at? Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa defeating Julia Hart. Sky Blue, your thoughts?
Decent tag match, good action with all 4 ladies involved, but I gotta be honest, I was distracted during this match, with Mercedes on the outside, sipping on wine and steak, but it's the steak that caught my attention. Listen, Mercedes, boss, what are we doing? That's a well done steak. What are you doing? you will I'm sorry, but no. Listen, I'm a medium well guy. I got freaking torched in my group chats and on Twitter. Oh, you're a madman. Oh, it's medium rare. Like, I'm a grown man. I like my steak how I like it. It's medium well. Okay, you do medium well. If they do it a little less, then it's medium rare. Okay, so leave me alone. Let me be. But done is nasty work for a CEO. We gotta do better for Mercedes. Whoever cooked them gotta get fired. Tony, do better than that. All right,
better than that, man.
But nah, listen, seriously, good match all around. I like the chemistry between Toni and Mina, kind of teasing, little PDFs out there, little public display of affections out there, hey, couple close, but Sky Blue and Sky Blue and Jesus, Julia Hart kept breaking up a few times, but good action all around. And like I said, every week the anticipation between Toni Storm and Mercedes just keeps building and building. And man, it is the biggest women's match that you could put on in the entire wrestling business right now, man.
Period.
Can't wait to see it.
Nothing bigger than that, man, at all. But next up, Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate are walking to the ring, and this is just a quick little segment backstage, but a little altercation between MJF and Osprey. And then we get the Hurt Syndicate walking through, and Bobby Lashley and Will Osprey look eye to eye. That is AEW. Is it just me, or is it just so many future matches that could possibly happen that they haven't even begin to go down those roads? Just so many stories that could be told. But Bobby, Will, your thoughts on that?
just like I said, it was just a few seconds
Few seconds.
that stare down between Will and Bobby, and it's like that's just another match that AEW can put on that I didn't even think of, that I didn't even like fathom in my brain, like as like a dream match or a potential match down the line. But oh man, that'd be such a great match between those two. I mean, it's a great clash of styles. I mean, obviously Osprey, he's the quicker, more elusive, quick striker, and Bobby's just a damn powerhouse. So I think those two styles will mesh together, work well together. But I mean, it just tells you the embarrassment of riches that this roster is capable of. Like I said, who thought Bobby Lashley versus Will Ospreay was something they wanted to see on AEW TV? We got a glimpse of that, and now it's like, damn, when are we getting this match? So whenever we do, man, I will be seated and I will be excited for it.
Definitely. A couple comments. No Chill says, medium well. Nah. Oh man.
Man, it's continuing, it's carrying on over here now.
All right. And Zay says Will got put on notice by Bobby. This not what you want. Definitely it's not what he want.
And you know what? Listen, here's another one, man. Yeah, you got Bobby and Osprey. Don't forget who's right next to Bobby. Oh, imagine Shelton Benjamin versus Will Osprey.
Man,
maybe
facts.
down the line. That'd be fun.
Facts, definitely. But after that, we get the Hurt Syndicate. They're in the ring and they call out someone to step up to the plate to the tag team division. And then at the same time, Maxwell states that he will possibly be headed to Mexico to fight their best. But then they get interrupted by Mike Bailey, Knight, and Commander. They all demand a shot next week. And the Hurt Syndicate, or MVP, I should say, says, win your match and possibly we will see. And then that leads us to Roosh Drillistico and the Beast Mortis put up one hell of a fight, but Kevin Knight, Commander, and Mike Bailey get the win afterwards. The Hurt Syndicate then comes out, tries to jump them, but it backfires. But the match is set. Hurt Syndicate versus Bailey, Knight, Commander. Next week should be a good one. Your thoughts on this whole segment?
I mean, fun from start to finish. I mean, gotta love the heat that the Syndicate were getting from the hometown Denver crowd, where Lashley used to live at, but now he's in Texas. Gave his old Denver stomping grounds the thumbs down, so building up a little heat right there. But listen, this trios match was amazing. I mean, all six of these guys, like Roosh, Realistico, Mortos, Knight, Bailey, and Commander, like they're just straight up hoopers. I mean, when this match was made, you knew what you were getting. You were getting high paced, high energy, just action from start to finish. Like everyone did their part. But man, listen, like as far as like the LFI goes, all their masks need to be available for sale right now, man. Listen, that freaking mask that Roosh comes out with, that golden mask with the horns and everything, Beast Mortal's new mask, like it is fucking sick. Drolistico, insane. I mean, like I said, it's just crazy. Bailey is amazing. Kevin Knight, I mean, he's hit the ground running ever since he signed with AEW. And Commander, like this fucking guy is just out of this world. He might be, in my opinion, he's one of the best luchadors in the entire world, maybe top 2 or top 3. And now we're gonna see those 3 guys against the Hurt Syndicate next week. It's gonna be an incredible showcase for, like I said, that young trio, Bailey, Knight, and Commander. Great showcase, and it should be just a all around fun match from start to finish.
Definitely. I know we're on AEW, but this news is worldwide, so we just got to mention it in the comments. We got Happy Men saying justice for our truth. We hear the noise. We definitely hear it. I know WWE does it as well. So we shall see.
I got just a quick thought, man. Like, and maybe this is clip worthy right here. I mean, all due respect to our truth, it's kind of wrong. I feel what they're doing, with WETKO. I see what they're doing. I mean, listen, any upcoming contracts, like if you're not in the main, it's clear. Like if you're not in the main event, or if you're not one of the top guys, your contract's coming up for renewal. They're just gonna start letting people go. But I say this next part for all the fans who were there live chanting "We want truth" throughout the show. I say this respectfully. I understand your passion, but here's the thing: you're at the show, you're buying the tickets, you're buying the merch. Guess what? They got your money. And I say this respectfully. You keep buying the tickets, you keep buying the merch, you keep showing up, you keep watching. They're not going to change anything. Companies like this, they only care about one thing and one thing only. It's their bottom line at the end of
Dollar.
it's the dollars. Listen, it's the way the world works. You want to affect this company, you want to bring change about in WWE and TKO. I mean, guess what? Don't a lot of you, and I mean thousands of you, don't go to shows, don't buy the merch, don't watch the show. When their ratings are affected, when their bottom line is affected, when they're not making record gates like they were like earlier this year and last year, then maybe you have a chance. And I'll finish this. Unfortunately, guess what? This company ignored CM Punk chants for the better part of 7 years.
Facts.
And it really took Vince getting ousted from that company, because of the Janelle Grant lawsuit and other stuff as well, for him to come back. I mean, like I said, you make your voices heard, cool and all, but at the end of the day, TKO, they don't care, because as long as everyone is buying the merch, buying the tickets, watching the shows,
they don't give a damn.
They don't give a damn, and they feel absolutely no pressure to make that change. I mean, I'm sorry to sound bleak, but you know what? I just keep it real, keep it 100. It is what it is.
Is what it is. But next up, Powerhouse Hobbs answers the call of the best wrestler alive, Max Caster. He says, "Can you make the 5-minute mark?" And Hobbs answered that question. Yes, he can. He defeats Max Caster, pretty much a squash match. Your thoughts on this and the best wrestler alive?
I can't believe how much that Max Caster and this open challenge has gotten over. Not just that, but the chant that he has now, the entire crowd chanting, "Let's go, Max, you're the best wrestler alive." Like, dude, he's gotten that over. At first, when it first started, I was like, "Oh man, this is just dead time. Like, can we get this over?" For now, it's like not just myself, the entire crowd is into it, man. Like they love it. Max has gotten it over, and good for him. But unfortunately, Powerhouse Hobbs music hit, and we knew it was going to be a short night for the greatest wrestler alive. Quick spine buster, 1, 2, 3. I don't even think he made it a minute. But guess what? I know he's 0-12 right now. But Max, if you're watching this, we still believe in you, man. You're gonna put a 1 in that 1 column sooner than you expect.
Coming soon.
It wasn't tonight, but it's gonna come soon. Keep the faith, man. Keep that positive attitude. You'll get that dove eventually.
Definitely. We got before we get to this next segment, I'm gonna let somebody bring it up for us. They're saying I'm ready for Okada versus Omega at All in Texas. We may not have to wait much longer because now it seems to be official. Kenny Omega wins the fatal 4-way, and afterwards Okada comes down to confront him. They go face to face. They get the scrapping, and afterwards they make it official. And next week we are getting a contract signing. Kenny Omega, Okada, All in. Belts are on the line. Winner takes all. Take a breath, Bob, bro, and let them know how you feel.
Listen, I got into New Japan a little bit later than a lot of other fans did, but the first matches I had to go back and watch were all the Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada matches. And now to think that in a little more than a month's time, I will be at Globe Life Field. I will be there live in Arlington, Texas. And I will watch for the first time on American soil Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. The best bout machine versus the Rainmaker. This is insane. I did not think man, it's what a time to be a wrestling fan. And notice what I just said. I didn't say it's time to be an AEW fan. Time to be a wrestling fan. Because I don't care what promotion you are a fan of, you have, in one way or another, you have seen highlights of Omega versus Okada. You have seen them go 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes, maybe sometimes even over an hour. You have the chance to see one of the greatest rivalries in professional wrestling history live and in person. Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Stadium. TK, are you listening to this? I'm giving you free promo right here, okay? I want some royalties off of this.
Yes.
But nah, I'm
Bam.
kidding. Why not? But you know what? Listen, man. Omega, Okada, live, Texas, all in Texas. Winner take all. Oh my god, I can't fucking wait. I love this goddamn company. It's gonna be a damn party down there in Texas. I can't fucking wait.
That's what you call big business. Next up, though, Will Osprey defeats Lio Rush, but the crew attacks him afterwards until Hangman Page comes down to make the save for Will Osprey. Lio Rush needs to get more ring time. I understand he's doing his thing right now with the tag team crew. I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes, but every time I see this man get some time in the ring, I'm reminded that he is up there, one of the at least top 25 best wrestlers on the planet is Lio Rush for sure. So this was an incredible match. Just he displayed his skill. Him, Will Osprey. How can you go wrong? But your thoughts on this one?
I mean, great match, great showcase for Lio Rush, and like I'm with you 100%. Like more time for Lio Rush is necessary. I mean, he's one of the best in the world, maybe one of the most underrated guys in the business. But before we go on, prayers to Lio Rush. If you follow him on Twitter, unfortunately his dog passed away recently, and like as a former dog owner myself, I went through that pain myself like about seven years ago. It's not fun. That's a part of the family right there. So, Lio Rush, I see you. Prayers to you, man. Like I said, former dog owner. I feel your pain, man, and hopefully you do better going forward. But like I said, this was a great match between Osprey and Lio Rush, and it's funny going back to Osprey's promo earlier in the night. He said, "I got my crime fighting pants on and I'm ready to go." I'm like, I don't know what the fuck crime fighting pants look like, but I guess whatever he had on tonight,
right?
I guess that's what crime fighting pants were. But like I said, great back and forth action between those two. I mean, they got great chemistry between one another. But Osprey too much, But here's something to keep an eye on for the future. You notice how Osprey won this match? He won this match with the Styles Clash. Something to keep an eye on going forward.
Someone's contract is coming to an end.
Yeah, I mean, who that gentleman is, we won't say his name, but I think you could put 1 and 1 together and that equals 11. But that's math on another day. A subject I clearly struggled at. But listen, crew was trying to jump my boy Osprey, but the Hangman with the save right there, and Hangman had to reiterate to everyone, I don't need no help, especially that son of a bitch Swerve Strickland. He don't need his help.
But then he got surrounded by the Death Riders around the ring, and that shows you do need somebody's help. Yeah. Osprey came down with the chairs, and today their lives were spared, but tomorrow may not be the same. It's going to take a lot more of chairs and 2 guys with 2 chairs to stop the Death Riders. They need Swerve, man. I'm telling you, it's got to happen. It's going to be a moment when Swerve helped them, man.
Listen, man, Dynasty was the Infinity War. All in Texas will be Endgame.
Wow, I like that analogy there.
Yes,
definitely. I'm with you on that, man. 1000%. But next up, FTR defeats Temperio and Atlantis Jr. I love this CMLL collabo they've been doing lately. Just been some damn good pro wrestling, and this match lived up to all of that as well. Great match. FTR, they don't never put on bad matches, but they get the win. Your thoughts on this one? And I like Atlantis Jr., man.
Oh yeah, listen, I love me some great Lucha Libre action. I mean, to be honest, like that's a majority of the reason why I watched WCW back in the day. I love the cruiserweight action. I love all the luchadors they used to bring on, from obviously Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, La Parca, Juventud Guerrera, and so many others, man. But Templario and Atlantis Jr., they put on a great showcase. And like you said, I love the CMLL partnership. They showcased the best that they got to offer on a weekly basis. They did that thing, but FTR, they just they've been doing it longer together, and they're one of the top 2 or top 3 tag teams in the world. They were able to squeak a win by at the end. We'll see what happens with them going forward, but maybe a future tag title opportunity down the line. I mean, we'll see, but FTR, they're firing on all cylinders right now. But like I said, I can't wait for a couple weeks when we get the Grand Slam Mexico show right there. And I can tell you guys right now, from seeing a whole bunch of CMLL shows over the past few years, I mean, you've only seen just a smidge. You've only gotten a taste of what CMLL has to offer. Like in a couple weeks at the Grand Slam Mexico show, you're going to see what real Lucha Libre wrestling is all about.
Definitely. After that, though, we get Hensacero, Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher defeat the Outrunners and Bandito. This match was entertaining as hell. Your thoughts on this one, Bald Bro?
I mean, well, first off, even before the match, can we go to the back segment where Don Callis is talking, and he has Fletcher and Takeshita at his side, and he introduces Hechicero. I guess he's on loan, joining the Don Callis family. Hechicero cutting a promo at freaking Kyle Fletcher in the background, just being a clown, just mouthing the words, I guess, that Hechicero is saying. Like, that dude is just fucking amazing. Like, he's just a huge ball of charisma and energy. But I mean, the match itself, I love the Outrunners coming out in the luchador mask. Like, for whatever reason, them and Bandito, they got great chemistry with one another. And Bandito, I mean, he's just one of the best in the world. I mean, he, like I said, to see a guy of his caliber, just adjust so well to the American style of wrestling, but infuse that with his lucha libre background. Obviously, I mean, it was a great mesh of styles altogether with him, Takeshita, and Kyle Fletcher. It was a great match from start to finish. But Don Callis family, they're a unit, man. So they obviously pick up the dub. But like I said, fun action from start to finish, and that was kind of the theme in the last 2 hours of Fyter Fest. You got a whole bunch of trios, a bunch of 8-man tags,
a lot of action.
I mean, hey, which is kind of the original, which is kind of the regular Collision vibe anyway. But good action all around. And like I said, Kyle Fletcher, like, this dude is just the next big star in the making, like right before our eyes.
Definitely. Speaking of stars, Megan Bane, she is with her girl Penelope, and they catch Anna Jay slipping by herself. They take her out to the ramp. They're about to toss her off onto a table, but out comes returning Ty Mello, making the save. She's back, ladies and gentlemen, but she's running up against the goddess, Megan Bane. She might put you back on the shelf, Ty. She might do it. Your thoughts on this segment?
Pretty cool segment. I mean, listen, I like just like I said, Penelope and Megan Bane. I like their whole team, going forward. I just like their energy and just how well they mesh together. And it was crazy. I thought she was about to throw Anna Jay off the stage, but Ty Mello coming back. Good to see her again.
Yep.
Especially with Harley Cameron out, for the time being. So Anna Jay, perfect timing for her to come back. So I guess we'll probably get a tag match down the line, soon. But you know what? It's just inching closer, I think, to maybe the women's tag titles being a thing in the future. I mean, we've seen a lot of women's tag action in the past couple months. So I think those are on the way. We've seen a whole bunch of tag teams, forming in the past few months. So I think we're going to get that announcement sooner rather than later. But I mean, people forget that Ty Mello, she can go. She's a beast in that ring. Like, so you're going to, if you don't remember, you will find out very soon what Ty Mello is capable of.
Definitely. Next up, it was a match. But before we get to the match, let's talk about the man who was ringside scouting it. The one, the only, King Ricochet himself. Bald and beautiful that man is. You see the shirt, Ricochet. BWO, Bald World Order. You're out there scouting the crew. Look no further than right here. Your boy ABE from DET, Bald Bro.
For the NYC. And dude, listen, first off, Ricochet, like you said, we got big fans of us. First off, hit us up with your PO box or whatever. We'll send you nice, beautiful shirt. I mean,
Definitely.
for you and whatever other crew members, just let us know. Hit us up with the size, and we got you, brother. No problem. But like you said, he's scouting. He's scouting out there. We got the 4-way for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. You got Nick Wayne, Sammy Guevara, AR Fox, and Lee Johnson out there. And first off, more AR Fox. Please, more AR Fox. I mean, this dude is amazing. Like, I'll be honest, like the first half of the match, I felt kind of dragged a little bit. Yeah. This is, I think, the part of the 4 hours where it kind of hit that little lull right there. You could kind of hear the crowd was kind of slipping a little bit. But the second half of the match, AR Fox, he turned things up. He hit that next gear to the point where our boy Ricochet, I think he was a little bit impressed right there, to the point where I think if AR would have pulled out the victory, he could have been the first one under the Ricochet umbrella, going forward. Yeah. But unfortunately, almost don't cut it for a bald king. No, nah, man, he doesn't want a bunch of only rants. He wants some winners.
He
wants winners out there. But guess what? Nick Wayne retains his television title. He already has a mentor in the greatest father in the world, in Christian Cage. We'll see where that goes. How that goes going forward. Like, does Christian Cage keep putting him in these tough situations to battle for his title, to prove himself? We shall see. But my God, this kid's only 20 years old. Nick Wayne, he hasn't even scratched his prime. He doesn't even know how good he is yet. But under the tutelage of Captain Charisma, of Christian Cage, the sky is the limit.
Facts. That it is. No signings from Bald Bro out of this match. Maybe the search out of Ricochet from this match. The search continues, but we'll see in the coming weeks who his team develops to be. But next up, the Toxic Spider, Techla, traps Lady Frost in her death trap to get the win and keeps the pressure on after the bell. And afterwards comes out Queen Aminata. God damn it, I was hoping it was anybody but her. I want her to get a dub. It's no way. She's going to be led to slaughter to the spider. But one day, Queen is going to get her reign. It's going to happen one day, but not right now, because Techla is looking amazing and on a warpath. Your thoughts on this debut? Shout out Wiccan in the comments calling us the GOATs. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it, Wiccan. Man, listen, what a debut. I mean, you talk about just the look, the presence that she got. Just, what do the kids say these days? The aura. I mean, she got it all before that. She got it all before that bell rings. Like, I mean, she just looks like someone who could kick your ass from start to finish. But if you've seen her in the past, like, that she could go in the ring. But like I said, it's just how she carries herself. That intensity, from start to finish, even the small little things, whether it's the transitions and from different moves, different submissions. And listen, I'm gonna say this as a 37-year-old man who used to play a lot of football back in the day, just looking at her do that damn spider, that spider walking backwards and then flipping, my back hurts, my joints hurt, man. Like, God damn. But that shit looks sick. But can we talk about how she hit Lady Frost with that spear, though? Like, full impact, like, no stopping, no hesitating. I'm like, shit. And then, like you said, that, I forget the name of her submission, but that was
Trap.
The death trap, like, shit. That looked like death. It looked like death from Lady Frost's expression. Then after the bell, just the trying to rip over her mouth and whatever, like, that was nasty. But what a debut for Techla. Like, she's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, but like you said, unfortunately, Queen Aminata comes out for the save. Like she's gonna be. It's we like Queen. I think she has a very bright future, but unfortunately, she's now gonna be tangled in the web of the Toxic Spider, Techla.
Definitely. Peter Parker ain't got shit on Techla.
No.
Next up, though,
she's not your friendly neighborhood spider.
Definitely not. The main event now, the Paragon defeats the Don Callis family. They get the win alongside with Daniel Garcia. I don't know what's going on with him and Adam Cole being all buddies. Shout out to Abiata in the comments saying Adam Cole, baby. But I don't know, man. I'm seeing a heel turn with Daniel Garcia kind of brewing. But your thoughts on the main event of Fyter Fest?
I mean, nice. I'd say it's a nice little fun, 8-man tag. Like I said, I'll be honest, like you could hear it in the crowd and even myself, like this is where I was kind of like, if that my gas meter was like kind of on empty right here. The match was decent. It was good. Maybe it could have like gone earlier on in the show. Maybe something else could have been the main event. But you know what? Listen, it's a 4-hour show. I'll take it for what it is. But good action all around. Adam Cole continues to look good every week. But at the end of the match, that's my more interesting part right there. You see everyone's hands raised. Where's Daniel Garcia looking? He's looking at that TNT title like he got unfinished business with Adam Cole. Remember Cole took that TNT title from Garcia, so he's not done with that. He's not over with it.
He ain't forget about it.
Nah, he ain't forget about it. He probably got some ulterior motives, that we just don't see it on the surface right now. So something to watch over the next couple weeks. I just think Garcia, he needs something. He needs a reboot of some sorts. Like he just needs maybe hit that reset button. He needs a little something like what that is. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully sooner rather than later, he figures it out. He's still young. He has like so much potential, and I'm glad that he's still being given opportunities because there is something there with Daniel Garcia. Every young talent, I think just needs that break, here and there. Whether it's a heel turn, a title change, something. He's way too young. I think way too talented to give up on, and I think there's something there. But what that is, hopefully they find out in the near future. But I hope for good things for Daniel Garcia.
Definitely. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, what you giving Dynamite Fyter Fest tonight, 4-hour extravaganza?
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break it down from the first 2 hours to the last 2 hours.
Good one. Okay.
First 2 hours. Well, hold up. Am I bugging? But we didn't talk about the 4-way for the international title. Omega, Claudio, Brody, and Mascara Dorado.
We brought it up.
We did.
I think we talked about Kenny and
Okada.
Okada a little more than the match.
We talked about the announcement, but that was a great main event. But the first 2 hours, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Great action all around. The main event, the 4-way for the international title. I mean, Omega, just great to see him. Like we see Omega in a main event on free television. That's just a treat right there. Him, Claudio, Brody, and Mascara Dorado. I mean, you can make argument that he is the best luchador in the world. I mean, he was fucking amazing in that match. I mean, insane. I can't wait to see what part he plays in the Grand Slam Mexico show. But yeah, first 2 hours I'll give a 9.2 out of 10. For the second 2 hours, for the collision portion of Fyter Fest, like I said, there were a couple of lulls here and there, kind of parts where it kind of dipped down a little bit as far as quality, and maybe just like I said, it's 4 hours on a Wednesday, so I'm gonna give it a 7.8 out of 10. Like I said, the action was good, but I kind of feel there were a couple lulls in the second half of the show. So yeah, I'll go like a 7.8. Overall, the whole night, give me like an 8.5 out of 10.
I was around the same thing. I was about an 8.6 overall. Yeah. I was gonna give it an 8.6, but then I have to take into account that I have a rule here. 3 hours of professional wrestling is absolutely enough. They went past that limit, so I'm taking that 8.6 down to 7.1. That pissed me off, Tony. I did not like 4 hours. Don't ever let this happen again, please.
Well, so then I got some bad news for you.
Oh man, come on.
Next week is another 4-hour block.
Oh Jesus.
So here's the thing. I don't know if it's because of it's not because of the NBA finals, because the NBA finals are on ABC.
Right.
So it's not a network issue. The Stanley Cup of the NHL finals, the Stanley Cup finals. I think
they're just fucking bored.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a network decision that they yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on the next couple of Saturdays that they're making this move, but yeah, next week the blockbuster yeah, it's another 4-hour show.
Oh
So
Lord,
I mean now
Jesus grabbed the wheel.
Now you know what to expect.
Right.
I guess if it makes it a little better.
Right.
But
Yeah,
yeah, man.
We'll see. Before we get out of here, two quick little topics I want to talk about. Mariah May make her NXT debut. Did you see it and your thoughts on it? If so,
I did see the clip of her debut, but I'm going to give you a take that I haven't heard anyone else talk about as far as her debut goes. Here's my thinking. Within the next 6 weeks, WWE has, correct me if I'm wrong, 5 major events, PLEs or specials. This Saturday, you got the Worlds Collide show and Money in the Bank same day on Saturday. July 12th, you have the Saturday Night Main Event and you have the Great American Bash. And on the 13th, you have the woman, you have Evolution 2. In my head, I'm sure a lot of us thought she would debut at the Evolution show. That would be the perfect spot for her. But she debuts last night, and this is just a theory. I have nothing to back this up, just off the top of my head. What if whatever the plan was to debut her, they moved it up to last night because of a lot of the negative press that WWE was getting lately, with the releases of R-Truth and Carlito, the Nick Khan news of him selling $4 million worth of TKO stock, the news of John Laurinaitis flipping now in favor of Janelle Grant, and just the John Cena retirement tour not going great right now, and then the crowd just with the protests at the shows of "We Want Truth." So what? Like I said, I have nothing. This is just off the top of my head. But what if last night wasn't the original plan of her debut, and they decide to move it up to kind of put a positive out there in the news cycle to kind of break up the wave of negativity that WWE had experienced the past few weeks, honestly, and probably even more. That's just me, like I said, because like I said, a big signing like her, I think, deserved a bigger stage. That's just my opinion.
It definitely did.
Because now it's like, don't get me wrong, the Evolution show is still going to be, I'm sure, still be a big deal. And I thought the point of doing 3 shows over All In weekend was to kind of steal the spotlight from AEW a little bit. You could have potentially done that if you would have debuted Mariah May at Evolution, but I can also see it like they had a lot of call-ups from NXT to the main roster. They needed that star power, so maybe that's why they did it last night. But I'm just throwing it out there, like they needed some good news. They needed a W. They needed to turn the page from all that negativity. So maybe that had some influence over the decision. But like I said, I'm just spitballing on top of my head. I haven't heard anyone else bring it up, but maybe I don't think I'm the only one thinking it. Maybe I'm maybe I'm the only one who's going to say it out loud.
Right. But next
but I'm sorry, real quick though. All that saying, I wish Mariah nothing but the best.
Oh, definitely.
She is a superstar already right now. Like I said, she is like buying that fancy sports car off the showroom, taking the streets. You know what you do with that? You don't have to take it to the shop. Don't put no paint job. Don't put no rims. Don't put no crazy stereo system on her. She's good to go. Don't mess with her. She is perfect the way she is. She will be a super megastar if they treat her right, if they book her right, if they just give her the superstar treatment that she was. Give her the ball and she will run with it. She could be one of your top wrestlers within the next year or two in that company. If you treat her right, if you do right by her. Just look at what AEW did with her the past 2 years. The blueprint is there. Don't erase the whole thing and draw it up from scratch.
I'm gonna keep it real. Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Please.
She's fucking amazing, okay?
Right. Mm-hmm. For last thing I wanted to give the last piece of news is we kind of talked about it earlier, but you see his shirt down there. BWO is a thing. It is a movement. The Bald World Order, all inspired by King Ricochet. Cop yours right now on the Holy Shhh Podcast.com. Take a picture of it, tag Ricochet in it, and show the world bald is beautiful.
Bald is always beautiful, man.
Definitely. What's cracking with group talk, man?
Man, come on, man. We are rocking and rolling right now. Group Chat Wrestling Podcast. All right, like I said, I think we're recording our new episode tomorrow. We'll do a review tonight's show. Obviously, we'll talk some other like I said, recent WWE news. But please follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all podcast platforms. Group Chat Wrestling Podcast. Please follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We upload about 4 to 6 clips from every episode every week on TikTok and Instagram. Group Chat Wrestling Podcast. Your continued support is very appreciated. We just keep getting better and better with every week, and yeah, man, we're not slowing down. We're moving forward. And that's what we're doing as well with the Holy Shhh Podcast. Tomorrow, check out our in-studio episode, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively on YouTube. Friday, you can catch us on the SmackDown post show. Saturday, we got something new in the works. Myself and Minx Mayhem, look out for that. And Sunday, special guest, man. You know, rocking and rolling over here every day on the Holy Shhh Podcast. We don't take no days off over here. None. Until next time, AEW Collision with me and Bald Bro this weekend. It's your boy AB from DET. I am that Bald Bro from the NYC.
You guys have been tuning in to the AEW Dynamite Fighter Fest 4-hour special by the Holy Shhh